If you're watching this video, you probably need a miracle in your life. But if you're watching this video skeptically and wondering if a miracle is even possible, then you should probably stop watching this video, because the fact is that miracles do happen. And we've seen miraculous things in miraculous ways happen to miraculous people. So if you believe that a miracle can happen in your life, then it will. And I'm going to show you exactly how. So stay tuned. The first step in performing a miracle is to pray. It's to ask the universe or ask God for some kind of sign, for some kind of progress, for some kind of movement within your life. If you do this, what will happen is that a sign will come in a way that you probably wouldn't expect it, but it will come. Maybe it might be a bird chirping in the sky, or maybe it might be someone saying something, or maybe it might be the time you wake up. It could be anything, but pray and ask for what you want and ask for a sign. The second tip is to make a demonstration. You can ask for what you want, but if you don't do anything, it's less likely to happen. So let's say, for instance, you're a salesperson and you want to make a lot of sales and you've been in a slump recently. What you should probably do is to make a lot of phone calls, or perhaps give away a product or service that you offer. Either way, give something to the universe, make some kind of sacrifice, and you shall expect something in return. A very good example of this is one of my friends who was looking for a capital investment of $100,000 to start his business. As he was sitting home one day, he saw that there was this big flashing sign on the screen that said $100,000. Now, it was a typical commercial, but it captured him because that's exactly the amount that he wanted. That's the amount that he was praying for. Later on, he made a demonstration and he wrote so many letters to so many potential investors and was able to find his $100,000 because he believed in the miracle. Think about all the things that you have asked for and keep your eyes open for any kind of signs of that miracle. Like I said, it can come from anywhere. For my friend, it came from a short commercial that he barely got a glimpse of, but it can be anything if you are observing the truth. The third tip is to wait. Now, it's not easy to tell how long a certain miracle will come to fruition, but what I can tell you is that if you wait with proper faith and if you believe that the miracle will come, then it most certainly will. But if you wait and you're skeptical and you're doubting yourself and you're doubting what God can do or what the universe can provide, then you're basically saying that you want the miracle, but you're not willing to accept it. You've got to be open to receive, and you have to wait a certain amount of time before you receive that miracle. The fact is that the universe is testing your faith. God wants to see if you really trust Him, if you really believe that something will happen in your life. The fact is that you also have to enjoy yourself along the way. You might be asking for something and you might have to wait weeks or even months, sometimes even years for it to manifest. But you have to enjoy your life along the way. You can't go around being doomy and gloomy and not really expecting it, because like I said, if you really believe that you can get it, you will. I'll give you an example of my own personal life, and it's a pretty small miracle, but it's big to me. And for a long time, I wanted a watch like this. It's a Bulova, and I have many other watches too. But when I was a very young man, I was about 15 years old, I used to walk in the mall and I used to see all these watches, and many of them that I liked were Bulovas. And I knew that I could get it, and I prayed to God and I asked and I believed that I can get it. Now, I made a demonstration by working many jobs and eventually starting my business. Now, even when I started my business, I didn't have a lot of money, not enough to buy the watch, but I believed and I kept on waiting as I enjoyed my life in the process, and eventually I got my watch. This watch helped me to get many other watches because I believed in the miracle of God. The fourth tip for performing a miracle is to receive it. You can name it, but you have to claim it. You have to believe with all your heart that it will come to you. You can pray and hope. You can even make a demonstration and you can wait. But when it comes and you don't see it, then you basically cannot receive the miracle. You have to see it and be able to receive it and that's how you can perform a miracle in your life. There are countless of people who've been praying and hoping and imagining and visualizing and affirming that they're going to get the perfect wife or the perfect husband. And they even make a demonstration. They go out, they do everything they can for other people, and they even wait. They wait for many years, even decades. And finally, the person shows up right in front of their face, and they do not receive it. This happens millions of times every single day. And the fact is that if you want to see the miracle and receive it, you have to know that it's already out there for you. My friends, if you're expecting a miracle in your life, follow these 4 steps in exact order if you want to see the miracle come alive. If you believe it with all your heart, you will receive it. And that's what a miracle is all about.